Great news, guys. We're all gonna be rich. Player props are the best way ever to bet sports. And the NBA is no different. Everybody knows that. But here's the thing. We don't want little boy payouts. Seeing one go through the hoop at minus 115 is nice, but knocking down giant plus money bangers, now that's legendary. So if you can handle being a legend, subscribe to this channel right now. If you don't worry about it. Legendary status isn't for everybody. You're still a real one in my book. Now I know what you're thinking. How are we gonna become legends today? Great question. Saddiq Bey, 3+ made threes, plus 155 at DraftKings. Now how is a plus 155 bet gonna get us to legendary status? Give me a minute, I promise I'll get there. And before you make fun of me for betting $25 on this thing, I tried to bet a full unit at $100. DraftKings wouldn't let me bet that much. They're scared. I even tried to do a half unit at 50 bucks. They wouldn't even take that. Imagine not taking 50 bucks from a guy who drives a minivan. That's ridiculous. It should be illegal. But they did take 25 from me, so I took that. The limit streets aren't for everyone, but at least I got action at a price that we all can be proud of. So about the bet itself, Saddiq Bey, it wasn't long ago that this dude threw up an 0 for 12 line. Think about that for a second. That has to suck. You train your entire life to make the NBA, and then you get into a game and you miss every shot you take. That must be so embarrassing, it's not even funny. But it's just like gambling if you think about it. You go 0 for 12 and the last thing you do is stop shooting. As a matter of fact, the smartest thing you can do is the exact opposite. You fire away, no questions asked. And guess what? That's exactly what Bey did. Now, this guy's legitimately on fire and he cannot be stopped. Over his last 4 games, he splashed at least 3 3-pointers in 3 of those 4 games. That's almost 75%. He absolutely looks like a different guy out there, and that's perfect because tonight, the Hawks are welcoming the Chicago Bulls to town. On the season, no team in the entire NBA sees their opponents take more threes per game. Nobody. We're talking 40 per game here, people. That's a lot. It's like that's the way to attack them, and everybody's kind of agreed on it. That's fine with me. Over the last 3 games, these teams are hitting like 40% against these guys, so why wouldn't they just bomb away from 3? That's the move. For that reason alone, we have to take Bey at 3+, plus 155. That price is ridiculous. But here's the thing. If you're an absolute psychopath and can't get up for a plus 155 move, there's another way. First of all, hats off to you. That's awesome. Plus money bangers will always get your blood pumping. How about 4+ made threes plus 400 at DraftKings? I already said this guy's a loose cannon. He'll fire away from anywhere. He doesn't care. But the thing is, he can get hot at any time. He's gone 4+ threes in 2 of his last 3 games. What's even more perfect? This thing's never gonna be dead even if he goes 0 for in the first half. Just last game, he went 0 for in the first half. He hit all 4 threes in the second half. He's a second half guy. There's no way this line should be plus 400. Next up, John Collins, 20+ points, plus 210 at FanDuel. I know a lot of guys are going to be wanting to take that over 15.5 minus 122 at FanDuel, and that's fine. I was on the screen at OddsJam. Right now, everybody on the planet has 16.5. FanDuel's hanging around with 15.5. But sometimes you just have to sack up and see what winning a plus 210 bet feels like. Spoiler alert, it feels pretty good. Here's the thing. Utah just switched up a ton of stuff at the deadline. Guys are out of the starting lineup. Other guys are playing more. Roles are reversed. Shit's wild in Utah. The thing is, anytime there's guys with new roles, opportunity presents itself, and one guy with a new role is John Collins. For starters, I think he's going to play more. In fact, I would say the biggest reason that I never really backed this guy is because of playing time. There are games where this dude barely played 20 minutes. That should be a crime. But the good news is, I don't think that's going to happen anymore. For starters, in his first game since the trade deadline, the guy played 30 minutes. That was with the new guys in uniform too, so it's not like there's some other dude that's going to come take his job. On top of that, the guy ended up with 5 fouls that night too, so he probably would have played a few more minutes. That's important because you can't score when you're on the bench. Trust me, I've tried. But here's the thing with the foul trouble. Even though he did rack up 5 fouls, he still hovered around 30 minutes and dropped 20+ points. In fact, he's done that in each of his last 2 games. Tonight, he's going to get the Golden State Warriors, who will probably push the pace all night long. Both Golden State and Utah are top 10 in the NBA in pace, which is very important. We need an up and down game for this guy to get loose, and I think we're going to get one tonight. Now, I know the haters are going to say that the Warriors have won 4 games in a row and we should be scared of them. We're not. All we need is for this thing to stay close enough for Collins to play his 30+ minutes. In an environment like that, he could easily take 15 plus shots, not including free throws. That should get us to 20 plus points. Last year with the Hawks, Collins saw the Warriors twice, and he went 20 plus points in both games. I get that he had a little different role, but it wasn't that much different than what he's doing right now in Utah. And in one of those games, dude went 25 plus points. So if you're an absolute psycho that really needs to get loose, 25 plus points plus 700 at FanDuel, probably not a bad idea. If you want to do that, I'm not going to stop you. All right, so one more thing before we leave. This is very early to be betting NBA, and there's going to absolutely be more bets later on once we get injury news and some lineup alerts. So follow me on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it at Slop Rules. I promise you there's going to be a few more bets released there. I'll see you guys on the live stream later today at 4 on this channel. Don't forget to turn on the notifications.